What's up, hot dogs? Anson here with an awesome movie review one more time. But first, I was gonna show this ultra awesome poster. Dune. Yeah, it's awesome. I'll also have about it tomorrow since last year, but I don't know which one is the best. Please ignore the cats. They are adorable, but please try to ignore them. Anyways, I'm gonna talk about John Carpenter in Vampires. In fact, I think this is a very strange and odd film. There's a lot of questions here that never gets answered, but you don't care, because the main thing that you really are worried about is why the fuck there's a sequel to this film. Because Vampires is technically real bad, so why did we make a sequel to it? Because that can be better. So anyways, I am disappointed about Vampires. It doesn't even feel like Carpenter. You can't review movies without talking about very B films, and Troma is the king of B films, so I'm gonna review Sergeant Kabuki Man NIPD. Try to sink that name into your skull and understand what the hell this movie is about. Sometimes it is actually very funny. The main actor is actually a good actor, to be honest, but it doesn't save the movie really much. So I was sort of disappointed because I wanted more gore and splatter and stuff, but it's Troma, so who gives a fuck. Another Troma flick is Redneck Zombies. Just look at this cover. It's more independent than any Troma film I've ever seen. To be honest, the gore and the awful jokes are more than enough to entertain you and to get actually stung by this film. From Redneck Zombies to something complete else. Captain America the First Avenger. I think it's sort of like Indiana Jones, but more adult and more, you know, serious. The final battle was just ridiculous. So I hope there's a chance that Red Skull will return, because then he may actually have a way bigger part and be responsible for more terror and awesomeness. But still, this movie is entertaining and will definitely be a surprise. This is Spinal Tap, and it is a great and hilarious movie. I was laughing my ass off while watching this fake documentary. It's definitely on my top 100 movies of all time. I don't know what number, but I know it's somewhere there because it was straight to my heart. This movie has soul, brains, and you love it. It's amazing. It's a classic. Check it out. From an awesome movie to a pretty bad film. This is Heartless, which should be called Pointless. So they tried to do the similar stuff like Jacob's Ladder, focus on the characters and therefore making the scares more interesting. But when you advertise a movie with a lot of gore and stuff like that, it doesn't make any sense. So in fact, it is also senseless. But it has soul, it has heart, and the director and the actors are actually pretty good, but they can't save the film. Now over to something complete else. It's a documentary about a horror movie maker. It's an eye for horror, and it's about Dario Argento. And it's very interesting because we get to know some things about Dario that is pretty cool. But unfortunately it starts like a commercial, sort of. And look at that face. I mean, he could be a freaking killer, look at him. So check it out if you like Gylo, because you will be intense to check out more of his films. I truly was. What couldn't fit more than talking about another Argento film. This is written and produced by him. It's Wax Mask. The cover is actually pretty cool. It's cheesy like hell, and I still enjoyed it. I think it was pretty cool, pretty gory, when it happens stuff. So this is definitely what the movie is. It's good shit. The Skin I Live In, and this is in fact a very good film. I was surprised myself. It's actually art. It's very well shot, very beautiful, great characters, and you just love it. It's great. It's something special and spectacular over it. Yeah, I love it. It's awesome. Mad Max 2. It is cheesy, and I never really expected it to be this cheesy, in fact. It's okay, I guess. It's a classic. I mean, if I see a reference on it in a film, I will most likely, yeah, Mad Max 2, I've seen it. But I haven't seen the first film, and I heard that is even more cheesier. But it's a cheesy shitfest, and you love it, I guess. up next is a science fiction spectre with a lot of psychological things to it. Videodrome by David Cronenberg is in fact one of his best films, alongside with Scanners, The Brood, and most likely Naked Lunch. I haven't seen it yet, but I really wished I could. Anyways, this is actually very cool. It's one of my favorite sci-fi films of all time, and yeah, it's amazing. Most of you guys most likely know of it, so I'm not going to talk about it so much. And as a final thing, I have Strange Days. In fact, I think this movie is better than Videodrome, but both of them are my top science fiction movies of all time, because this one is also very good. It is a science fiction film, as you may know, cyberpunk feeling, crime solving, pretty long, takes 1 hour until the story actually starts for real. In fact, it says a bitter taste of reality down here. So, check it out, it's awesome. Okay, that's it about my movie reviews this time. Next time, I guess I take some new movies and do the same shit all over again. Yeah, it's a tough world we live in. It's a tough world. Anyways, see you guys later. Goodbye.